Crozier now with 13 after the foul shots. Sally underhands it to Rice. Now he has it back. John Sally on the move through a crowd, drew a whistle. Will they count that? The foul was on John Tabak, and it will send Sally to the line. The basket did not count, and a timeout with 2:42 remaining. This was Reggie leaving. The embrace from Chris Mullin. Reggie and the Millers. Reggie and the Pacers, or something like that. Still very much alive. Special live coverage of the conclusion of the second round tomorrow morning on NBC at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 a.m. Central, and 6:30 in the morning Pacific Time until the leaders conclude. Our coverage of the third round begins at 1:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, and will continue until the conclusion of play tomorrow night in prime time.
I tell you, Tigers playing amazing. I was watching that today, the wind, the conditions there, how quick the greens are, and Johnny Miller predicted a wire-to-wire big finish. We'll have to see what happens.
Travis Knight had it knocked away from behind by Jalen Rose. Here's Austin Crozier. His pass intercepted by Derek Fisher. A 3-on-1 Laker break, and it's Shaw who blows it. Sally recovers it and scores. Some wag behind us yells, "What's wrong, John? Can't you dunk anymore?" Takes a while to work the crimps out when you've been sitting on the bench that long. Here's Jonathan Bender, and he's fouled. This is a 19-year-old kid out of Picayune High School in Mississippi. Straight to the NBA out of high school. The Pacers made a controversial deal, sending the highly regarded veteran Antonio Davis to the Toronto Raptors in return for the pick that was Jonathan Bender, the 5th pick in the first round.
Well, I've heard Larry Bird talk about him, and he says this guy can shoot with me at the three-point line. They shoot a lot with each other every day, so he's got great range. You can see that he's trying to bulk up. He's put on about 20 pounds this year, but he is the guy that they're looking forward to, along with Al Harrington and some of these younger guys. As some of the Pacers get older, they can step in and not slip so much in the standings, but that they can stay up at the top. We'll have to see what happens.
Here is Bender. Pushed from behind by Devin George, the Laker rookie who has been impressive at times, but who had a badly sprained ankle during the playoffs and has scarcely gotten off the bench since then. As Bender goes back to the line, there's little doubt that he's going to be a significant player, maybe a star sometime in the NBA. But this year, at age 19, a non-contributor.
Well, you know, Bob, I asked the Pacers about that, why they made that deal, and they felt like that for Sam Perkins to be successful, he needed to be on the floor about 20 minutes a night, and they needed the time to get Austin Crozier on the floor. So, yes, they do miss Antonio Davis, but Crozier and Perkins, it has worked out well. They've given the minutes, and now they're going to try to develop this young guy for the future.
Here's Travis Knight with the jumper. And just about everybody has at least some numbers next to their name in the box score tonight.
Well, Phil Jackson's going to circle that final score, and it's not going to be so much the margin is. Look what the Pacers have up on the board, 116 points already. We've still got about a minute and a half.
Here's Chris Mullin. And he hits it. Plus the foul.
And look at him, look at Larry Bird. The coaching staff cheers him. Chris smiles. He knows this could be his last basket here in Conseco Fieldhouse. The little pull-up jumper, he hits him on the arm. The great concentration and the follow-through by Chris Mullin has always been one of my favorite players. Moves without the basketball, loves to play. And you can see this little wry smile there on Chris Mullin's face as he gets into the books here in the finals.
He's always been a great free throw shooter, and as soon as I say that, he misses. But he was a 90-plus guy in some seasons of his career. Here's Brian Shaw. Tabak pulls it in, and Jack Neese spots a foul. And it's on Tabak. just a tad short for Travis Knight.
You know, Bob, this is where the Lakers are really going to count on Phil Jackson also, too, as they go home to prepare them for Game 6 with his championship experiences and the things he's gone through with the Chicago Bulls. They're going to look for him for his leadership and direction to get them ready.
Mullen for three. Rattles out. Devin George can't hit a three. Long rebound to Fisher. Swatted away by Mullen. Chase to the sides. Sally couldn't corral it. Pacer ball. Larry Bird guaranteed a win to Jim Gray in the locker room before tonight's game. Larry Bird is a man of few words. When he says something, he means it. Devin George was fouled by Jalen Rose.
And you know, we didn't have to see much of Travis Best at all tonight. He got a few minutes in the first half. Actually played 10 minutes, but we did not see him in the second half, so they were able to rest him, and Mark Jackson did a nice job tonight.
Devin George from Augsburg, which is in Minnesota. Game 6, Monday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, from LA. George at the free throw line. First Division III college player ever taken in the first round of the NBA draft.
So, you know, when you watch a game like tonight also, too, with the Lakers as they try to get that elusive fourth win, you realize the greatness of those Chicago Bulls teams, about their ability to close people out. And we've talked all along about how the Lakers have struggled. Phil Jackson is trying to teach them how to do that. It is still a process. And he's so used to Michael and Scotty and those guys getting a series over and getting it done. Now the Pacers are going to live to see Game 6. How will the Lakers respond to what happened here tonight? And can the Pacers go out and get 2 wins?
Post-game report on CNBC immediately following the conclusion of tonight's broadcast. A three by Derek Fisher is no good. And now they come to their feet at the Fieldhouse. Earlier they were chanting Larry, Larry.
And now
this is his last game here in Indiana as the Pacers coach.
And now they're saying thank you. Thank you for bouncing back with this kind of effort. This showed a tremendous amount of pride by this Indiana team. They fought from start to finish. It's a big win for them in their franchise.
The pride of the team, the passion of its fans. California, here they come. Refusing to bow out. Instead, they blow the Lakers out. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Bob. Reggie, how determined were you guys not to allow the Lakers to celebrate here on the home court, and did you talk about it?
Well, we don't want them celebrating at all. You know, understanding we are behind the 8 ball, but we want to come out and set the tone early. You know, we got our rhythm early with a lot of good looks at threes. I thought we shot like 70% in that first quarter. And I think that carried and picked up our defense, and that carried throughout the whole game.
Reggie, how do you bottle this now and take it back to L.A. for Game 6?
Well, it would have been nice if we could put some of them points in the paint, because I know we're going to have to use them in the Staples Center. But if we bring the same intensity, and it really starts with our defense, then we got to get into the game quickly there. We can't allow them to get out to a big lead and try to play catch-up.
You guys, you just said about the defense. How did you manage to hold Kobe Bryant to just 8 points?
Well, I think Kobe Bryant held himself to 8 points. He had a lot of good looks early. Probably got fouled on a couple shots. But, hey, that's basketball, and we'll take it.
Reggie, now I know you don't like to look back, but does Game 4 kind of stick out? Because you could have beaten these guys now 3 in a row.
Well, they usually could have won Game 3, so it goes either way. You know, you never want to, you know, what if and wish. We're down 3-2. But, look, we have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Everyone's expecting to write us off anyways. Let's all let it hang out and go have fun.
And the confidence now going into Game 6 after this performance?
Well, we had a baby pulse coming into this game, and now it's beating a little bit louder. But like I said, we still got a long ways to go.
All right, Reggie, congratulations.